Hi, Ernie back with you with my 2 cents. Yeah, 2 times today. But I was thinking, you know, the biggest fear of a white man is an educated black man. It's been that way since they came over here, stole the land from the indigenous people, stole our ancestors starting in 1619 from Africa, and bringing us over to build this place. And we built this joint. Our blood, sweat, and tears are embedded into the soil of this country. But their biggest fear was that we couldn't be educated. We couldn't read or write. That was a crime for us to be educated, to learn how to read and write. But as our ancestors continued, education was definitely a key. And so we've always been in the totem pole. They've been here, we've been here. And we've been steady rising over the years. And then somewhere along the line, I would say, I could be wrong, but I think that sports brought us here. Now, they did have their knee on our neck in the sporting world, but not too much, because they did admire our athleticism. And so eventually, because you see I have a Negroes League shirt on, but eventually they had to let us in. Took a while. Cream always rises to the top. Be patient, things come to you. And we rose to the top. And now we're even with them. And as we started infiltrating, then we started inching a little bit further. Now, I bring up sports only because I'm from Connecticut. I'm from Hartford, Connecticut. And only a half an hour away from the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. And looking at those busts, as you go from the beginning and you keep going, it's all white, it's all white, it's all white. Then you start seeing a sprinkle of us in there. Then more. Now it's turning, the hue changed. Went from white to black. You go there now, that's the way it is. Okay? So, that just tells me what they think about the country. They're losing it. Okay? That's why they think they're discriminated against. But all these years, we had to adapt, adjust, and overcome, because before we can make even those inroads, because the playing field, and I'm not talking about the coaching or the management or the ownership, we still haven't infiltrated that area yet, and we have the talent to do so. But the playing field is level. It's no nepotism, or it could be a little bit of nepotism, a father is great, his son comes in, but the son may not be great, that kind of thing, So it may be a little, but on the field, realistically, if you think about it, it's skill. That's all it is. It's flat out skill. So with skill, that's why that hue was changing. So they starting to think, well, maybe we have the athleticism for that skill, but we don't have this athleticism. But we do have this athleticism, and that's what they see. And so Project 1619 comes out. Well, first of all, let me go back. In 2008, the election of President Barack Obama. There you go. Your educated black man. Their biggest fear is now there. He's the president of the United States, and not only one term, but 2 terms. And if the rules was different, it probably would have been 3 terms. Who knows? But their biggest fear came about. Their projects. Then the idiot gets in office because, that's all they can do is fall forward now. They don't have the education acumen. See, in corporate America, we always knew that we had to work 2, 3, 4, 5 times harder just to be even with that non-melanated person, that Caucasian person. I won't say white because white is a made-up construct. But in order for us to be even, our education level and our knowledge had to be over here. Theirs didn't. Okay. But when it came time for that promotion, that person had the complexion for the connection. You had everything else but the complexion for the connection. Now, there are times when we have snuck into that area because they had no choice if they were looking for flat out skill. But, they look out for each other. Okay. So they have the nerve to say that they're discriminated against. But this is us and this is them in the education realm. But yet, when it comes to a promotion, it's like that. And I always felt as though as a kid that no matter how high us people who are black get up high on that food chain, it's always going to be semi-white to bring us back down. All the time. It happens all the time. They set these rules, they write the rules so they know how to circumvent them, and they write them for us. And they've been coming after us for a long time. But now they really got this venom after us. I mean, they went from affirmative action, which they're still working on, and they got the book banning CRT, and now it's DEI, and everything is about us black people. That's what it's really about. But they got to get the peripheral first. They got to get the outside first before they get us. And you know what? They're coming after us. And we have no choice in the matter at this point, but to come together and to bond as one. Because community is where we're at. And that's what we got to build. And that's what we got to do. We spend more money than anybody else in this country. We got the power. Our blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors are embedded in this soil. This is our shit. We built this shit. And they coming after us. And I think that it's time for us to band together. Everybody can do something. Each one of us can bring a brick to build. And that's what we got to do. I mean, it's just that simple. And whether you think it's not going to happen, it is. Because if they set up these laws and these rules and so forth, yeah, it may be a few that can squeak in, but for the most part, they're trying to eliminate us. They're trying to box us in, but they can't do it without getting the peripheral first. And that's our saving grace right now. And so I think that God has put it in our hands, and it is our time to bring ourselves together because it's long overdue. And we got the power. We got the fucking power. That's right. We paid enough black tax to really do what we need to do. We have enough knowledge on technology, the whole 9 yards. We're in places that we shouldn't be in, that they thought that we wouldn't be in, that we are in. And we need to take advantage of that and put our resources together. And that's what it all boils down to. And those are my thoughts. I mean, no ifs, ands, buts about it. Whether you think you're not going to be in this situation, you are. We all are. That's it. Point blank, end of story. I'm Ernie, and that's my 2 cents. Until the next time I talk with you folks again, you all take care. Hold your head up high, smile, bring joy, bring laughter, hug a person, and love one another. Ciao for now.